Okay, we are joined on the programme now by the mother and father of Leona Harper, who so sadly and tragically lost her life on Friday. Donna, thanks for speaking to us. How are you keeping Donna in this impossible situation?
Good morning, Greg. We're just trying to hold up the best we can. There's really no words. We just like to say thank you to every single person that was down there on Friday. I myself was down there at 3:45, and my son Anthony is my oldest boy. My husband Hugh stayed in the hospital with my other son Jimmy. But we would like just to say thank you to each and every person. We wouldn't know where to begin to thank everybody for everything that they've done, for finally finding her.
And Donna, you had such a terribly long wait. You were there very soon after this happened.
Yes.
Like, were you told what Leona's situation was, or how was that information given to you? I can't imagine how you could be processing what was happening.
There was a lot of different things said. I suppose in this moment in time I wouldn't want to go too much into what was said because of other families. We were told that I was told that she was trapped in there. But we were also told that there was a big possibility that she might be on her way to hospital. So the Gardaí and other emergency services had asked my husband to stay in Letterkenny to check for her each time the ambulance came through with somebody. Later on, quite later on then, everybody was accounted for in the hospital. And then they had realised then that Leona just didn't make it out. So yes, it was a long time waiting, but we really appreciate everybody, absolutely everybody, from the doctors, the nurses, to the Gardaí, to the Mountain Rescue, to everybody. And I just don't want to mention his name on the radio, but I did personally know the digger driver. A massive thank you to him, because he just didn't stop until he got her.
And you had to wait 24 hours, Donna?
Yeah, 24 hours before we got her. Yeah, and she was the last taken out. But again, the doctors and everything, everybody was amazing. They treated the whole scene from start to finish with nothing more than respect for anybody and dignity, and the way that they handled and the way that they were able to take her out. Yeah. Because we don't have her home yet. We're hoping to find out today exactly when we will get her. But Leona was a beautiful girl. She was never any trouble. She had so many amazing friends, and I would like to thank them as well, because they've been sending messages and they've wrote letters. And we went to her school. She goes to school in Mulroy in Milford. We went there yesterday. They did a thing for her. There's massive, great support, especially for my other two boys as well, Anthony and Jamie, because Jamie still goes to school there. Anthony went to school there, and it was great support for me and my husband to be there, and it's just been outstanding. We've had messages from all over the world, giving condolences. People have been amazing, offering anything we can do.
And it's really tough on the siblings too, Donna, isn't it?
It's awful.
It's very hard for mum and dad, but you're dealing with your loss, and then you're seeing your other children dealing with their loss, and it's how do you split yourself? I know you do, and I know you're doing an amazing job, Donna, but you're pulled every direction, aren't you?
Yeah. My 3 kids were, I know most people's are Leona and Jamie and Anthony, who were extremely, extremely close. Leona, for the past year or so, had been going to the Teenage Pulse disco with Jamie. Jamie's her brother. Jamie's 13. And, they always were there with their own friends, all mixed and mingled together. They used to go to, the car shows because they loved cars, and different shows and things, tractor runs. They did everything together. So it is very, very tough on Jamie as well. Anthony's our oldest. Anthony's 22. They had a very special bond as well, as he does with Jamie. So it's very tough.
Yeah, and there's different people that contacted me, Donna, that want me to pass stuff on to you. They're waiting for a while, but things that people want to do and help. And pay tribute to her, football supporters clubs and things like that. The time's not right for me to share that with you. They haven't given it to me yet, but I will in time. But that's more and more people that... Hugh joins us as well, Hugh Harper. Hugh, I'm so sorry for the loss of your beautiful, beautiful daughter.
Thank you very much, Greg.
Can you tell us a bit about Leona in your words, Hugh, if you're comfortable to do it? I don't want to press you in any way, Hugh.
No, it's always fine to come on the radio, Greg. That's no problem. Leona was a little gem. Very outgoing, very friendly, lovely person. Very quiet, laid back. Loved life. Loved the outdoors, walking through fields, going fishing, spending time with her friends, going to car shows. She, like everybody else's daughter to their own, she was very special. Very, very special. She's going to be very sorely missed.
And obviously it was very tough for both you and Donna, Hugh, but your time in the hospital on Friday too, you wonder how we can get through things like that, don't you? I mean, it just seems if you were told in advance, you would say, I couldn't do that. I could never do anything like that. It must have been so tough for you.
Initially when I found out, I was at work in Ballyshannon. And I suppose to move the story on a bit, we were stuck in traffic in Order. Met an ambulance, and I can't remember the name of the ambulance driver. She gave us an escort through Bobby and through Order, and then finally getting down to the hospital. The staff were amazing. Set up an instrument room, put it all together, informed us every 15-20 minutes of what's going on. Let people know when their loved ones are coming in. Initially, we had thought Leona was in an ambulance on our way there, but it turned out that it just wasn't her. And as time went on, we knew in our hearts and souls that, well, if she wasn't in the hospital, we knew where she was. But the staff in the hospital, I'm terrible with names, but the nurses, the doctors, the management, I don't think they could have done any more.
You and Leona had shared a passion for Liverpool. Is that correct, Hugh?
No, well, Leona's a huge Liverpool fan,
right?
And I'm an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
And yesterday it turned out that, as fate would have it, the two teams were playing.
Isn't it amazing what gets thrown up, Hugh? That game should happen to be on yesterday evening.
It's since the accident happened, the way things have fell into place, it's I don't know what the proper word is on it, but it's amazing how things are working out. I mean, for Liverpool and Arsenal playing this weekend,
Yeah.
and for the Liverpool Football Club to be reaching out and passing on the condolences, it's very surreal. It doesn't feel real at the same time. Obviously, it does.
Yeah, it's like signs or something. I don't know. I struggle with
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
But it just feels like is that Leona, someone watching over and her telling me that it's okay, Dad. That sort of stuff. Is that kind of
that's exactly the feeling that we're getting.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is, Hugh. I think it's in some way you being reached to say, "Be strong, Dad. Things are going to be okay."
Yeah, Liverpool's going to win.
Did she have a favourite song, Hugh or Donna? Maybe we could play for her or something at some point.
Her and Donna shared. Her and Donna favourite song was that song from with Puff Daddy, "Missing You."
Would it be appropriate for me to play that at some point this morning for Leona?
It would, yeah. But she also liked the Liverpool anthem as well. "You'll Never Walk Alone." She played that quite a bit as well. So
do you know we're gonna do both. Donna, I mean that's Daddy's perspective of Leona and that beautiful rivalry and stuff. It's. What about from your perspective?
Well, I will share a story because it's just an amazing story. Sorry. On Saturday when we found Leona on Saturday night, very late in the early hours of the morning, Sunday morning. I had heard a sound which I had thought that was in her bedroom, and so I had went in and lay in her bed. She has a wee blanket and donkey that she had since she was born, and she always slept with. And I just lay on the bed, on Leona's bed, with the blanket and donkey, and it was you know, I had seen her. And I had seen her, and she just cuddled into me, and I was just stroking her hair, and I just kept telling her she was beautiful. She's always beautiful, and Mommy and Daddy and Anthony and Jamie will love her always. For a split second, I had an amazing feeling. But as where her bed's in her bedroom, you can see out her bedroom window. For a few split seconds, the sky went red, and then it went pink. And then I had closed my eyes for a few minutes, and I woke up and back up again. And I hadn't even shared this at that time with my husband. And then I thought maybe it was just, it was me, it was emotions. And it was just an hour later, I'm not going to mention the wee girl's name, but an hour later, a friend of Leona's, a very special friend of Leona's, had sent me a message asking me could I look at something, and she sent me a photograph, and it was the sky, and it was pink, and another picture when the sky was red. And I was talking to this wee girl yesterday, and the wee girl had said to me, this wee girl, nobody knows my experience at this time, and this wee girl had said to me, for a split second, I felt something that she couldn't even describe that came over her, and she looked up at the sky, and she had seen a few seconds of redness and pink, and she felt that it was Leona was with her. So obviously I didn't tell anybody about that wee girl's story, but I shared my wee story with her. This was actually down in Mulroy School. Mm-hmm. I shared this wee story with this wee girl who was heartbroken, and she couldn't believe it. Yeah. A few moments after, I was talking to somebody else. I'm not going to mention it was an adult, and the adult had actually said to me she wanted to share something with me, but she hadn't told anybody else. But she was looking out her back door and had seen the sky, and she said she felt just for a slight second or half a second that Leona was there with her. And I'm just trying to hold on to that, because I'm thinking, like, nobody knew, not one person knew what happened in that bedroom with me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, somebody else said, and then somebody else said.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Maybe write that down, Donna, or make a voice note of it so you can reflect on it, because over the next couple of days, with everything that you're going to go through, and you know, you don't want to lose that moment. So maybe if you could write it down or make a voice note, because I know you'll lean on that in time to come.
I will. Yes, I am. I'm planning on just doing a wee diary.
Yeah.
You know, just,
all right. Donna, thanks so much for speaking to us. If there's anything in the future that we can ever do for you, let us know, will you?
Yeah, of course. Could I just take just one moment just to pass on from me and Hugh and Anthony and Jimmy our sincere condolences to the rest of the family members that did not make it out. And I hope they can find some way themselves of getting through it. Also, just want to say, I know she'll not mind me saying it, but Leona had went there for a sleepover to one of her friends, because Leona lives in Letterkenny, to her wee friends, and just that we are glad she made it out. You know, we are glad that she's made it out and she's safe. Her name's Ava. We did speak to her yesterday. I hope she finds the strength to pull through this as well. And I understand fully from where those words are coming from, I think, Donna. And Hugh, again, you know, anyone listening, anyone, if we could just take any of the pain away or undo what's happened, you know we would, but we can't. We're here, and we just have to all stick together and support each other as best as we can through the tough times that are ahead, Hugh. Thanks.
You know,
yeah, go
Greg,
ahead,
just
Hugh.
before you go, we've received so many messages, prayers and thoughts, vigils been held. These things in other people's eyes might seem very small, but to us, it's been a huge support. I can't thank people enough. I can't put into words what I feel and how I wanted to come across. So basically, it's a thank you to everybody. I've seen some firefighters there yesterday. I haven't had a chance to really meet with anybody else, but some of the firefighters, one of them was down at a vigil in Letterkenny Rugby Club, done tremendous work. They were there from the very start right to the very end. And again, thank you to everybody. Okay. I just can't put it any other way. Well, Hugh, you've forever and they're dead.
Yeah, okay. You've done very well, by the way. Be very proud of yourself with how you spoke, and Leona would be very proud of you as well, as I'm sure Donna is, and, again, Greg, and you have done it.
Yeah, before I go, again, to the other family members that have lost family, our hearts are bleeding for them as much as they're bleeding for Leona right now. Mm-hmm. I just don't know how, in such a way that people's lives are taken, I don't know how they're coping. Okay. And listen, and thank you to Highland Radio. We've been contacted by other sources of media, and it's great to be able to put it across the local radio station, and the local people that were there volunteering, the local people that are giving their support, that they're being thanked directly through you guys.
Hugh and Donna, God bless the pair of you and your family for what comes ahead. Thank you. Thank you for sharing the memories of Leona and the beautiful stories, and we wish you nothing but as much strength as is humanly possible for you to receive from us as a community, all of us, over the next while. Thank you both very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.